Today we're going to talk about the domains and components of language, and having an understanding of these definitions and concepts can help us better understand where our child is at in learning and processing language. So for the domains, there's three. The first one is form, which is all about structure. It's how sounds, words, and sentences are organized and arranged to convey content. For the second domain, it's called content, and this is all about meaning, the meaning behind language, words, and what they mean. Humans convey content through vocab, which is also known as lexicon. We all have a mental lexicon where we have words that we know and we understand the meaning behind them. And the third and last component of the domains is use. And that is all about social interaction. So it's how people draw on language functionally to meet personal and social needs. So those are our three domains. And then we have 5 components. And these 5 components fit into our 3 domains of language. So for our components, we have phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. So phonology, morphology, and syntax fit into the form content. That's where they fit. They fit with that structure. And then semantics fits with content, which remember is meaning. And pragmatics, our last one, fits into the category of use, which is social interaction. So now we're going to break down these 5 components more and understand what they mean. So starting with phonology. This is rules governing the combination of individual speech sounds to create syllables and words. In other words, we have sounds within our words. P in play and B in boy. Phonology is understanding when to use these sounds and how structurally, remember, being in form, it fits into a word with syllables. The second one is morphology. And this is rules of language governing the internal organization of words. And so this one, again, thinking about structure, is all about the word layout. And so if I want to say that I'm satisfied, means, I'm happy, I'm content. But what I really meant is I wasn't content, I wasn't happy. Adding un to the beginning of that, to be unsatisfied, gives me a whole new structure and a whole new meaning, and that is morphology. So a morpheme of un being added to satisfied to give me unsatisfied. And then our last component of form or structure is syntax, and that's the rules governing sentence structure. So just how we structurally put sentences together to be grammatically correct. So all of these 3 components are going into form to give a structure of our language and how our syllables and our words are placed together and our sentences. So next we're going on to the content domain, which we said was semantics is fitting into that. And this is about meaning, remember? And so it's meaning. It's the relationship of language form to objects, events, and relationships. And semantics gives us the ability to not be set in a certain time frame. So due to semantics, we're able to look at the past, present, or future, doesn't place it in a certain place in time. And that gives us our meaning. And then the last one, use, the domain we talked about of social interaction. Pragmatics is what fits into that. And that's a set of rules governing how language is used for social purposes. So pragmatics is basically the cues of social interaction, understanding how to start a conversation, how to maintain it, and then how to be able to end that conversation, knowing when to use eye contact or pause. If someone says, "Hi, how are you today?" understanding that you need to respond and say, "Oh, I'm good, how are you?" and respond, and be able to identify that. So that's our 3 domains and then our 5 components of language, and thanks for listening.